Len Fisher, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Game Theory in Everyday Life. Welcome to an engaging summary of Len Fisher's book Rock, Paper, Scissors, Game Theory in Everyday Life, a thought-provoking explanation of how game theory pervades our daily interactions and decision-making processes. Unraveling complex concepts that govern human behavior. This summary will discuss classic dilemmas like the tragedy of the commons, the prisoner's dilemma, and the Nash equilibrium. Discover how patterns from games like rock, paper, scissors reflect intricate dynamics between competition and cooperation, as well as strategies to sidestep potential pitfalls in a wide variety of real-life situations.
Game theory and life. Game theory is more than just competition, it explains life's mysteries and provides insights into a range of human interactions. This theory is not limited to the adversarial scenario, and cooperation is sometimes the response required to sidestep the traps embedded in game theory. The game theory concept of tragedy of the commons is used to describe destructive patterns. This concept is exemplified in livestock herding where overgrazing can cause barren land and in office break rooms where spoons might disappear. This concept also offers insights into more serious issues like international conflicts over global warming. Countries may benefit from burning fossil fuels, but if everyone acts in this manner, it will lead to disastrous global consequences. Game theory is ubiquitous, and we use its strategies daily in our interactions with others. Understanding and deploying game theory wisely can lead to better outcomes in personal relationships and in business and politics. The global game of strategy. The game rock, paper, scissors is played globally with various adaptations and has an intransitive quality. This game provides valuable insights into problem solving, such as determining the best survival strategy for a pistol duel. The least skilled shooter in a truel, a three-way pistol duel, should step back and let the other two shoot at each other. This strategy is an applicable solution in many areas of life. Nature also plays rock, paper, scissors, such as one species of California lizards with 3 different categories of males identifiable by throat color. Yellow throats defeat the orange throats, and blue throats have an advantage over yellow throats, but blue doesn't beat orange. The ABC television network employed a similar strategy to stand back and let other networks air comedy programming in primetime slots to avoid competing directly with them. Game theory dilemmas. Game theory dilemmas present players with complex situations that require strategic thinking and decision-making. The most common dilemmas include the prisoner's dilemma, tragedy of the commons, free rider, volunteer's dilemma, stag hunt, chicken, and battle of the sexes. In the prisoner's dilemma, 2 parties acting independently undermine the potential for cooperation. Similarly, the tragedy of the commons involves more than 2 parties. The free rider dilemma arises when individuals freely enjoy shared resources without paying for them, eventually leading to their exhaustion. In the volunteer's dilemma, an entire group suffers unless one member voluntarily makes an effort or sacrifice, yet no one wants to be the first to act. Stag hunt rewards cooperation, but some individuals may opt for individual rewards instead. In chicken, the game pulls 2 parties to the brink of conflict, and one must retreat first, or both face catastrophic losses. Lastly, the battle of the sexes is a dilemma for men and women who desire togetherness but prefer different activities. Mastering game theory requires identifying and confronting these dilemmas. The prisoner's dilemma and the tragedy of the commons. The prisoner's dilemma, a central problem in game theory, is illustrated through a crime story where 2 thieves must decide whether to plead guilty and implicate the other or stay silent. John Nash, the Nobel Prize-winning mathematician, discovered the trap in this dilemma and proposed the Nash bargaining solution to identify fair shares. However, this dilemma and the tragedy of the commons, where people use more resources than necessary, prevail in many real-world situations. Communication and cooperation are essential to avoid becoming trapped in the Nash equilibrium, and psychological experiments show that people often reject unfair offers because they value fairness over financial gain. The Minimax Theory. Our innate aversion to unfairness is rooted in evolution, demonstrated by the tendency of monkeys and children to protest at injustice. This human trait manifests in various forms including envy and resentment, which can easily arise when dividing resources. One solution is the Minimax Theory, where a decision-maker strives to minimize their maximum possible loss. This is valuable in familial settings, example, dividing desserts, and broader contexts, example, poker games. However, retaliation and counter-retaliation can arise in adult life, causing conflicts with severe consequences such as terrorism and war. Nonetheless, the Talmudic approach applied a minimax-based solution to solve the problem of dividing an estate among a man's 3 wives. Game theorists Robert Allman and Michael Mashler posit that the 50-75-75 solution was the fairer outcome because contested sums were equally divided. The minimax approach, therefore, has wide applicability as an effective means to curb envy, promote fairness, and improve decision-making processes. Strategies for building trust and cooperation. Building trust and cooperation is crucial for achieving mutually beneficial outcomes, but it can be challenging to prevent cheating and betrayal. This book's summary offers practical advice on how to limit cheating, signal credible commitments, and close off escape routes to ensure adherence to the terms of a deal. One effective technique is to play reciprocal games such as the tit-for-tat strategy, where each party does whatever the other does. However, this approach can lead to endless retaliatory cycles. Another approach is to increase the personal cost of betrayal by putting your reputation on the line, going step by step, or developing a contract with a penalty clause. Closing off avenues of escape, such as submitting to the authority of a powerful third party or making escape impossible, can also signal credible commitments and build trust. The summary recommends dividing benefits and burdens fairly among players to eliminate envy and using rewards to keep players in a coalition. Trust can be gained by showing trust, and cooperation and trust are easier to achieve in small groups of players.
As we conclude our exploration of Len Fisher's rock, paper, scissors, game theory in everyday life, we can now recognize how game theory sheds light on our daily encounters while offering practical advice for achieving mutually beneficial outcomes. From the dilemmas of the prisoner's dilemma and the tragedy of the commons, to the Nash equilibrium and the insights gained from the rock, paper, scissors game, the summary has equipped you with the understanding to navigate these complex concepts. Through fostering trust and cooperation, considering fair distribution of resources, and employing credible commitment strategies, you will be more adept at attaining positive results in your interactions with others.